Today we're doing two-digit by two-digit multiplication using the standard algorithm. And in this video, I'm going to break it down step by step, explaining why we're doing what we're doing. And I have Mr. Wahlberg here to help me explain.
Hello.
So I like to show kids this little graphic here that they think looks like a barn door or a gate. And yeah, and we start with the right side and we multiply our two ones and we multiply our one by our tens and then we move over to our tens. We cross back over and we're making sure that we're multiplying every digit. So this helps me remember. Also, Mr. Wahlberg, just a reminder that 65 really means 60 plus 5 and 32 really means 30 plus 2. So,
makes sense.
Yeah, so this is just our reminder that this is our ones and these are our tens. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those before we begin though. So let's start on the right side and let's do the two ones. What is 2 times 5?
That would be 10.
Very good. 10.
Where do you put the 1?
That's a really good question. If I put my 1 here, then it's really like I'm doing the partial products method. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 0 in my ones place, and I'm going to carry my 1 from the 10 all the way up into the 10 spot. So I'm going to put it up here.
So that's what standard algorithm means?
Yeah, so I carry over, and I don't write all my parts down below, but I am still acknowledging that this 65 means 60 plus 5. So this 1 really means a 10, right? Because 5 times 2 is a 10. So here's my 1. Carry my 1 over into my tens. But when I multiply it, I'm just going to add that 1, right?
Because now you're in the 10 spot.
Now I'm in the 10 spot. So now I'm going to take my 2 and I'm going to multiply it across to the tens. So what is 2 times 6?
That'd be 12.
And?
Plus 1 is 13.
Plus 1. I'm just going to add that extra 10 on. So really what I'm saying is that it's 13 tens. But I just need to remember that it's 13. So 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13.
Okay. Aren't you done with the 2 now?
Good. Yes, I always show my students it's a good idea to just go ahead and cross that off when they're learning this process.
That helps.
Yeah, we're done. So now I'm going to move over to the 3 and the 10 spot over here. I'm going to multiply this way. But before I do, I need to hold this spot right here. Because we are moving over to the tens, I don't want to put a number in the ones.
How are you going to do that?
I'm bringing in a friend. I'm bringing in Hero 0. Woo! Let's bring him in. 0, hold that spot. In fact, Mr. Wahlberg, I'm going to put a handy-dandy little cape on him.
So what are his superpowers exactly?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. He is going to make sure that we don't forget that we are really working in the tens over here. So now, Mr. Wahlberg, we can move over and keep multiplying over here on the left side in my tens. So what is 3 times 5?
That's 15.
Okay.
So you put that right next to the Hero 0.
In my tens place, and my 1, I'm going to carry up over to my tens.
But now you have 2 extra ones there. You don't use that first one. Okay.
That's right. So I have students cross him off because once we used him, he's one and done. We don't use him ever again. But I have a new one up there, and I'm going to have to add him after the fact. So we just did 3 times 5 is 15. So we put my 5 down in the tens place, and we carried that 1 up into the tens place here. So now we go straight up. What is 3 times 6?
That's 18.
And?
1 is 19.
So we add that 1 for 19.
So it's always one and done.
That's right. And then I can't put my 1 and carry that up over into the hundreds because we're only working up to the tens. There are no hundreds. So I just go ahead and lay my 1 down right there.
So it's important to keep different columns here for these numbers.
Absolutely. I've lined up my ones, my tens, my hundreds, and my thousands.
So this is going to be a pretty big number.
It is.
When it's all done.
That's right. So now let's go ahead and add my ones. What is 0 plus 0?
That would be 0.
What is 3 plus 5?
8.
Nice. What is 1 plus 9?
That would be 10.
So now I'm going to carry over just like when I'm adding. Normally I put my 1 down and I carry my 1. And 1 plus 1 is?
2.
And then where do I put my comma? Well, I always put it 3 spaces in.
Yep.
Ones, tens, hundreds. So
Nice.
Mr. Wahlberg, what is 65 times 32?
Wow. 2,080.
That's right. And everybody, you just saw us demonstrate how to do 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication using the standard algorithm.
And the hero 0.
And don't forget my hero 0. Thanks for joining us.